The first video we did on this, picking it up from the auction, trying to get it going, it has a winch on it, a Superwinch. It's got a remote button up here. For some reason, the motor will run on it, but it will not do anything. I haven't looked at it. I don't know if it's got a cable wound in there, if the gears are stripped out, whatever. So I actually need to use this at work, so we're going to tear into this thing and see what's wrong with it and try to get it going if possible. So let's get to it. All right, as you can see there, the winch is mounted up underneath. Those are the red and black wires coming out of the end of the motor there. I'm going to take and get up in there. There should be just 2 bolts holding that on. We'll try to undo those and pull that out as soon as we can and throw it up there on top. See what's going on. The cable here, they've got it wound around. I'm going to take and undo that real quick, and we'll pull that winch out. Alright guys, let's go ahead and unwind this cable. You should be able to pull this winch out a little bit. Headlight. Alright. Alright. There it is. It is a Superwinch ATV 2000. Just right offhand, it appears that the plate is bent on this thing, and that very well could be what's going on. The gears are not allowed to mesh up in there, so I'm going to take and try to get this off here. Undo that where it'll spool. That's exactly what's going on. You can see that's moving all over the place. The screws now, I can actually practically take them out with my hand. So I'm going to take those off, and we're going to see what's going on behind that. See if the gears are bad or not. So we'll take a look. Alright guys, you can see right here, those are just barely in. I was actually turning this one with my hand without a tool. Alright. This one here, same way. Look at that. Loose as could be. Hopefully this stuff's not messed up in here. And it's messed up in there. You can see that's what we're dealing with right there. Take this off real quick, bring you around. That's what's up. Alright guys, that cut out for some reason again. I'll have to figure out what's going on, but anyway, I unwound the spool, and if you've never done that in your life, you don't know what you're missing, especially with a steel cable. So anyway, it was wound up big time, and that's what took out the gears on that. They had run it back in on itself and just kept on going. So anyway, I've got the cable undone. I'm going to take a look at the gears, see if I can get everything cleaned up. Maybe it'll go back together. Let's take a look. Okay, here's the end. I've wiped the grease off of it. The cable is pretty bad still. Trying to see here what I did with the knob. Take and screw this back on a little bit. It'll go. Pull out on there and see if we can. And I'm gonna have to get it on all the way. There it goes. That's what happens whenever you release that. It pops out. And this gear is steel, and it looks really good. Let's take a look at the other side. Alright, here's the other side. It doesn't look too hot. But if you look up in there, there is still some teeth left. It has ground some, but it's still got a little bit left. Probably about 6. You can see in there. Probably about 60% of those are still left. If you look up in here, let me get a screwdriver instead of that pick. Anyway, if you look up in here, the center gear, I don't know if you can see it, that's the main motor gear. And if you look at these right here, there's 3 gears around that middle one there. That's basically a planetary gear set. I'm going to take and try to take these 4 screws out and see if that plate will come off. And if it does, I want to take a look at this gear. It looks like it's just in there. It might be a chance to where I can take that and flip it around. So I'm going to do it and see if it can be possible. So let's get started on that. Alright guys, looks like what I was thinking is not possible. This is a disc here. It's got a lot of grease in here. That's what's holding it. But there's your planetaries, like I was telling you about. But there's a better look at the teeth on that thing. You can see it's got quite a few chewed off there. Just like I said, about 60% maybe, right at it, that's there. So a lot of grease in here. Everything else inside looks good. So I'm going to clean up this disc, spray it off with some brake cleaner, put some grease back on it, and put the cover back on, and we're going to try to put this thing together real quick. Okay, everything's back together, cleaned, and it's greased up. The plate here, I'm not going to worry about the outside of that, but we're going to take and put this back together. I ain't too awful worried about it. Either it's going to work or it's not. If it doesn't, then probably get replaced with a good old Harbor Freight winch. So let's get to throwing this thing back together. This is all put back together. Put this back on there and see if it works, guys. Alright guys, it's all put back together. The cables here. Let's see what it does. Put that back in. Look at that. Alright. She's a working. So we're gonna take and put this thing back on and wind it up. Hopefully everything will last for a while in there. Alright guys, as you can see, the sun's starting to go down. It's been a long day. We got the winch and everything put back on the four-wheeler. What we've got is the fair lead run out here, and I've got it hooked to the front end of a truck, and we're going to take and spool this up with a little bit of drag, let that winch stay tight, and basically just run the winch all the way to the truck to keep everything. So we'll get doing that right now. Guys, we made it up here, pulled up pretty good. I was dragging the brake a little bit. That's what that squeaking noise was. So I'm going to take and unhook this. Should never really do what I've done here. Always taking hook them down there on the bottom. Put a little tension on it. She's up and going. Well guys, there you have it. We wanted to see if we could get it working again, and it definitely does a good job. It put a one time I kind of hit the brakes really hard and it pulled it up pretty good. So hopefully Every time we need to use this from now on, it'll be in good shape. And if it doesn't, we'll go get another one. But this one here is working right now, so we'll just let it go as far as we can. We got here on the channel, if you guys are interested in homesteading, we've got a couple videos just put out that you can see there in the background. We got a pretty good size in-ground garden, and we got quite a bit of raised beds also. We'll do a little bit of everything. I'm going to get ready. We just got a new farm truck here. We're going to be doing some work to it. We needed something just to poke around in, haul back some more auction, find stuff if we need to take a couple trailers instead of just my main truck. Got this actually from my insurance agent, just from talking to him. Got a pretty good deal on it. Needs some work. Got some intake gaskets leaking, transmission leak, a couple other odds and ends, but overall it's a pretty decent truck. Going to take and do some videos on that, getting it ready to go. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, everything. Hopefully we're putting out some good content for you. Hopefully this video here, if you guys have any winch troubles or something like that, you can reference some of that and get it going. So appreciate it. If you have any comments or anything, feel free to go down. We'll try to get to them as soon as we can. But like and subscribe, share. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.